everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Hot Wheels crossover twin mill. You can see them there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put them off the side real quick and take a look at said box. And yes, well, it's a bubble wrap. It's kind of a bubble package thing. Yeah, I said bubble wrap. Why did I say bubble wrap? Yes, a twin mill right there with the Autobot symbol 8 Plus and Hasbro. And of course, you got the little background right there where you have a twin mill in both his robot and vehicle modes. You got the Transformers logo and the Hot Wheels logo and hey, Mattel logo right there. On the bottom here, you have some consumer, I guess, information stuff and recycling, all that. And on the back, of course, you have some copyrights and what's included and warnings. And hey, look, there's product shots of twin mill in both his modes. And hey, look, right there, there's a measurement right there. 5 inches tall, 12.7 centimeters tall. Hey, I don't have to do it myself now. So, yay. So there's that. And of course, it comes with instructions, which are actually pretty straightforward and easy to follow. It's not at all hard to transform them, actually. Twin mill, based off the famous Hot Wheel car of the same name. This is one of the decos. This has been pre-decoed to death because it's very famous Hot Wheels mold. Whoops, that came out skew. But yeah, it is a very well blue with blue highlight, light blue highlighting of some bits of silver here and there. The gray double engines. You got the exhaust pipes. You got the gray wheels. You got a little Autobot symbol right there. You got tail lights and the Hot Wheels logo in silver right there. And of course, it also doesn't quite fully tab together. You got the headlights done in some translucent plastic. You got some orange parking lights picked out. You got the windshield picked out with a light blue plastic. And of course, yep, it's a Hot Wheel, so it rolls fantastically. It is nice and smooth. Of course, the bottom side is very flat. Of course, you can see the robot head. You have to have the robot head by you can't return it around the other way because if you do, it's gonna not fit together properly and everything. But yeah, it's a good looking version of twin mill and everything. So yeah, it looks really good and it rolls really well, and it's a good little car mode. It does come with a couple accessories, namely these exhaust flame bit things. And the good news is, from what I could see, is these exhaust bits are hard plastic, so no worries about paint damage as far as I'm aware. So there's that good news. And yeah, they can go on the exhaust ports. Like here you can see kind of they kind of have a little bit of an angle. We want to make sure they'll kind of put it on it so like the angled part kind of, I think I might have put on the wrong wheel. Yeah, you want to make it so the angled part is kind of facing outward a bit so that it's kind of a, I want to face it like that. See, I did it wrong. Yeah, you want it facing like that so it gets around the wheel easily. See, now it goes around the wheel, and now it's like it's flaming exhaust pipes, and there you go. It's pretty straightforward vehicle mode. It looks really good. It's a nice shiny blue, by the way. Some people were really excited because the initial prototypes people saw this display show might have been die cast because it would have made sense, but yeah, not die cast. This is plastic. There's no die cast as far as I'm aware. It would have been cool, but also probably would have bumped the price up significantly. But yeah. And the box told us how tall it was in robot mode, but in vehicle mode here, his total length is 4 3/8 inches or 11.1 centimeters, and he weighs 2.2 ounces or 62 grams. So you go on that. So some comparisons real quick. Of course, here's a Series A6 Optimus, which it seems about okay. He's roughly deluxe size-ish. So there you go. That. And of course, here's like the deluxe. Here's Siege Sideswipe. Give you an idea on that front. Siege Sideswipe's a smidge bigger, but not that much bigger. Mostly, yeah, he's a bit bigger, but not that much bigger. So there you go. So that's twin mills vehicle mode, really good. So go ahead and get him transformed into robot mode. So do that. Of course, first get the exhaust pipes. Get the exhaust off the pipes. Right there, the exhaust flame trails off those, put those off the side. And right here, you got to do some parts forming, which oh no, the worst thing in the world. Anyway, what you do is untab these bits right here, the end bits, you untab those right there, and you want to go ahead and rotate the air intakes around 180 like that. And we'll go ahead and put these off to the side for now. We'll come back to those later. Yeah, some parts forming, which leaves that open. So from there, what you want to do is go ahead and lift this up right here. You want to lift this whole piece up right here, rotate 180 degrees, and then fold this piece away right there like that. And then back here, we're going to go ahead and just split that open right there. Then untab these bottom bits right here. You untab those from there, and then extend the legs out. You can see that right there. Extend the legs out, and then separate the legs like that. Bring out the feet right here on this hinge, rotate them forward, and then bring out this heel piece right there. Same thing. rotate this down, rotate it forward, and then bring out the heel piece like that. And then right here, you can go ahead and close up the leg pieces. There's a slot right here for this tab right here, just like that, and like that. So you got that right there. And then coming up here, go ahead and rotate the waist 180 degrees like so, like that. And then you split the front of the car like this and rotate each shoulder right there like so. And then bring out this arm piece right here, bring it down right here like that, bring it down, and then rotate it right here, and then rotate the fist so it's like that. And the same thing, bring out this part, bring it down on this hinge right here, rotate it around like that, and then rotate the fist like so. Rotate the head 180 degrees like that, and then collapse the chest up into there like that. And with that, you have twin mill in this robot mode. Yeah, twin mill here is, yeah, he's actually a pretty decent looking robot. Again, getting in close right here. You can see he's got a kind of cool head. He's got this kind of very swept back looking head with like these little exhaust pipes sticking out the back, and he's got these yellow eyes. He's got the cool like wheel and pointy shoulder things. He's got the windshield chest, and mostly like blues and light blues, some bits of silver here on the some venting on the feet or legs, I should say. Kind of feet are a little kind of on the smaller side, and everything he is a little bit on the hollow side back here, at least in the legs, but generally he's very clean and thin. And I generally like this guy. Apparently a lot of people were really kind of down on him, weirdly enough. I kind of found that surprising. People were really down on this guy, but I really like him. Like him a lot overall. He looks just really, really good, I think. He's just pretty good. There's a couple, I do have a couple little issues here and there, but nothing too serious. But he's just really good. And that's one thing, for example, opposability. Head is can rotate around. It can move forward and back a little bit. It's on a ball joint, but yeah, unfortunately, because of the shape of the head, it's kind of limited. Shoulders do a full 360 right there. You do have outward right there on this joint and on this joint, so you can get a pretty decent bend right there. There's a bicep swivel. You do have about, well, just shy of 90 degrees of bend at here at the elbow. Thing is, you can, if you want to, you can do this, but the problem is, like, you can get like a more or less a double jointed elbow thing going on, but the problem is, well, it's not supposed to look like that. You can tell that kind of looks wrong. Unfortunately, yeah, you can't use this the other way. So yeah, that's kind of a weird disappointment right there. The wrists though do swivel, which is nice. And they do have swivels, although they're kind of exposed right there, at least as is. You have a waist joint right there, nice and unhindered. Hips can go forward that far and back that far and outward. They do have more than the full splits right there. You do have a thigh swivel right there, actually more of a knee swivel. The knees can bend about 90 degrees. Yeah, if you untab this a little bit, you can get a little bit more, I guess, although they're kind of untabbing everything and it kind of don't look great, but you can see why there's this gap here, kind of, I guess. I wish there was something like maybe something that came out of here that kind of filled in a little bit, but yeah, it's a it's a deluxe figure. What can you expect, really? Down here at the feet, though, you do have a bit of ankle tilting due to the transformation joint and everything, and plus I believe it's on a ball joint. You do have quite a bit of ankle tilts. You do have forward and back right there. You do have side to side, and of course the heel spur can come down if you need that for support. So yeah, pretty good posability. Just the elbows are a little disappointing, and yeah, maybe the back of the legs could have been done, maybe could have done a little bit better. But generally he does pose really well, and the head's a little bit limited just because of sculpting. Now, as for these bits right here, you can put these back on. What you do is they just kind of slot over the arms like this, and like this, and there's his I guess arm mounted guns now, which is pretty cool. It also covers up the mushroom peg a bit, and yes, you can still attach the flame bits right there, and yeah, there you go. I guess you can either fly with these, or it's flamethrowers or whatever. So yeah, he's darn cool looking. And again, according to the box, he is 5 inches or 12.7 centimeters tall. So yeah. So yeah, it's generally the robot mode. I think it's really good. So there you go. Now, as for the other thing, also I want to mention is it's kind of weird that because of his colors and everything, he almost feels like a reimagined Sideburn from Robots in Disguise. Like, it's kind of interesting that it almost feels like he could have been like a version, like a weird, like reimagined version of Sideburn. Well, made people upset because it's not screen accurate. But of course, now that we got that other Sideburn, people want this thing to be Sideburn now. Go figure. Yeah, some comparisons. No, I didn't grab Sideburn. Here's a Studio Series 86 Optimus. Just to give you an idea there. Who is standing funny. There you go. Give you an idea there. And yep, here he is next to Siege Sideswipe, just to give an idea on that side. Yeah, he is, again, roughly deluxe size. There you go. So yeah, that's Twin Mill. It's pretty good. I don't understand really, I don't quite get why people are so down on it. It's one of those things like, yeah, he's got a couple faults, but the people are acting like he's an abomination. Basically, it's that unusual internet hyperbole. Because he's got a couple faults, he belongs in the trash, right? He's a trash figure because he has a couple small faults, which don't really spoil that much. Yes, he's got some hollow back legs, but they don't really, for me, they're not really that big of a problem. Yes, his articulation is kind of, unfortunately, a little weird. Yes, he's got parts forming, but he's still got a good-looking car mode. He's still got a good-looking vehicle mode. The transformation is fun and pretty clever, and it's also, again, I don't think Takara was involved in this one. So it's just overall just a really solid figure. I'm just kind of shocked that people seem to just not like it that much, which, yeah, I think he's worth it. Either one. He's starting to pop up in stores right now. He's available on Amazon. They're supposed to be about $35, I believe. They're supposed to be about $35, which actually is in line with the old pricing of, like, you know, crossover deluxes. So it's kind of weird. I'm like surprised it wasn't more. So yeah, $35. Grab them before they go randomly increase the price or something. There's $35. It's still a really good figure, and I would I recommend getting it. And you might hear me recommend getting the other one too. But regardless, he's good, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. Supposedly Twin Mill 2 is coming. So here's the thing, because of the weirdness, it could be one of two things. Either Twin Mill 2 is a repaint of this guy, or it might be a remold because there actually is a Twin Mill 2 Hot Wheel, which has got a slightly different design, but is reminiscent of this one. So it might be that mold, but also might be a different one. It might be this same mold, or it might be a different one. We don't know yet. Because of the way Hasbro does things, so who knows. Regardless, it's a good figure, and it's a good deco. It looks good. It's fun. Yeah, it's just a good figure, and I recommend it. I just recommend it. It's a good one. It's a really solid figure. So there you go. I hope you found this review informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media. It's down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.